Hello! Welcome to episode 43 of Origin PC Live. 53. 43. I can't math. Let's do it.
Wait.
Let's not do it. Okay.
We are going to do it, though.
We're doing it?
Yeah.
We're doing it.
Yeet.
Hello! I wasn't ready, damn it. My name's Alexis, community leader at Origin PC Live, and I accidentally punched my horse in the face in Red Dead Redemption 2.
And I'm Sydney, the marketing admin at Origin PC, and I'm a big time and long time fan of Paramore.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a great band.
they are.
That's a great band. Here's a quick recap for the new viewers of Origin PC Live. This is a show where we talk about the latest in gaming, geek news, and what we're up to. We also chatted up with a special guest. This week's special guest is Jared Browar. He even told me how to pronounce it. Browar from Perfect World.
You can interact with us by posting in the chat and making comments. We're actually going to be looking throughout the show and trying to answer your questions throughout the entire show this time around.
We'll do our best. We're going to interact with chat. We feel like... Turn up her mic. Turn up her
Hello.
mic, Lewis.
Hello.
We're going to interact with chat
Hands up.
throughout the show. Make sure that you just comment throughout,
Yeah.
and we'll try to read it and do cool things.
And at the end of the show, we'll be announcing the Post of the Week winner, who will be winning a copy of Hunt Showdown on PC.
Fantastic game. So much fun.
Can you
Absolutely love it. And with that, I'm doing fine. Thank you, average player. How are you? Let's kick off the show.
Camera,
Nope, it's definitely not. All right. And there I am, invisible. No, go back to that camera.
Who's
Let's
a
do it. Let's
vampire?
let's do it again. I'm a vampire. Our first story is about Red Dead Redemption 2. All right, let's come back to the regular camera. Yeah, we've been having
Today's a day.
issues. So, Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't even know if you've heard of it. I haven't heard of it. Have you?
What?
Yeah, right?
What's Red Dead?
So the game has broken major records. Broken. I give up. And that's the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching. All right. So Red Dead made $725 million worldwide in sales in the first 3 days it was available, making it the biggest opening weekend in history of entertainment. This means it beat out entertainment juggernauts like the Avengers: Infinity War and Call of Duty Black Ops 4. No surprise. Red
Wow.
Dead's the best. Red Dead didn't beat the all-time highest grossing entertainment launch world record, which is held by Rockstar's own GTA 5, which made $1.2 billion in its first 3 days. Since GTA was released on a Tuesday, it means that Red Dead was clear to get the record for biggest opening weekend, despite not beating GTA's record. Thoughts on Red Dead's record-breaking weekend, Sydney?
I think it's super epic. Can you guys hear me? Just want to make sure.
Yeah, I think they can hear you.
All
I
right.
hear you.
All right. I think it's super cool. Like, it honestly beat out, like, a big movie blockbuster, and, like, it's insane. Like, video games can, like, make these awesome records.
Yep.
And, dude, Red Dead deserves it, honestly. If any game deserves it, it's Red Dead.
It's man, anyone that's watched the show has known how much I've been talking about Red Dead for the past, like, 3 months. It's something I've been waiting for 8 years. Since I beat the first one, I've been anticipating part 2. Every E3 I've been to, which I've been to like 4 or 5, every year I'd walk in like, is it here? Please, Papa, tell me it's here. And every year I was disappointed. And then finally, when they made that huge announcement, I was excited. And I waited and waited and even did a whole countdown. And it's here. And it's not only met my expectations, but absolutely blown them out of the water. I can't talk about it enough, but I will talk about it a lot more during Eat, Sleep, Game, Repeat, because that's what I'm playing.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
That's later on in the show.
Spoiler
Spoiler
alert.
alerts.
All right, what's next in the news?
This next story is all about Super Smash Bros. Yesterday, Nintendo held their final direct detailing the last couple of characters on the roster, as well as new features in the game. The core roster comes in at 74 characters, with Ken from Street Fighter.
Yikes.
And Incineroar from Pokemon. More characters are planned as DLC, and including the Piranha Plant from the Mario Brothers, which is granted to players for free if they register the game for the first 2 months. 5 more characters will be coming to be added by February 2020 as paid DLC. Besides the characters on the roster, there's a new adventure mode planned as well as spirit mode, which includes side characters as spirits that can help power up your fighter.
Nice.
Any thoughts on all this Smash news, Alexis?
That's pretty incredible. 74 characters with 5 more coming with the DLC. That's an insane amount of characters.
And the Piranha Plant.
That's
The Piranha Plant. That's crazy.
Piranha Plant.
How are you expected to perfect each and every one? You can't. That's insane. That's pretty cool. I like the variety. Fighting games always get kind of stale for me because of the lack of like characters you get to pick from after a while. You get kind of bored. But with 74 and close to 80 when the DLC comes out, that's pretty insane. And probably more. I'm assuming they'll keep adding DLC and keep adding more characters. That's pretty neat. Are you excited for Smash?
I'm really excited. I just love how they just incorporate all these like beloved characters from different franchises and like Pokemon, Zelda, and all that stuff. It's just super iconic. It's such a pop culture game.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I had a lot of good memories of it in high school. We used to hook up some Nintendo systems. There used to be like these VCR, old dinosaur TVs in the library, and we would play Super Smash Bros. We would play it really silently because obviously we're in the library, but it was a lot of fun. We always had a group of people. So fighting games are always fun, especially when you're playing with people.
No Waluigi allowed. We have more than 600,000 subscribers.
Wow.
Someone on YouTube just told us. Fantastic.
Congratulations.
We're wanting it. Yeah.
Thank you, guys. We love you all.
Yet only 22 watching. Yep. Only 22 watching on YouTube because YouTube's algorithms are fantastic. But we're also live on Twitch, Twitter, and Mixer. Yeah.
Yep.
So thank you. Maybe Facebook again in the future. But thank you all for watching on all the channels. You're all amazing and beautiful, beautiful people.
We love all the platforms.
All the platforms. And now for some Origin PC news. Earlier this week, we launched a new chair that makes you turn invisible. Earlier this week, we launched ready-to-ship systems featuring our Kronos and Neuron desktops. I'm looking at the wrong camera. With these RTS systems, your PC will be shipped out within 1 to 2 business days with your choice of an Intel Core 8700K CPU or an AMD Ryzen 7 2700X CPU. We've pre-configured these specs already so you can just get the high performance that you need right on the fly. Every RTS system is powered by an NVIDIA GeForce RTX GPU, so you'll be ready to experience real-time ray tracing in future games. What do you think about these new RTX systems? Oh, you like that? I just peppered that in there.
Super, super awesome. Come on, we live in an age where like everything's so instant. So like being able to order a PC and get it within a few days, I think that's really epic.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
So if you're a person who's impatient and needs your system,
PC now. I need a PC
right now. Hop on those RTS systems.
Someone asked, do we ship international? We do. Lewis?
Hit it.
Hit it. Are we back?
We're back.
I thought we killed the stream.
Oh gosh.
Can someone tell us if we're live?
Let me double check.
It has been a rough day.
Oh gosh, no.
We're not?
Maybe.
What?
I think we
Maybe
have
they
black
can hear
screen.
us?
No, we're good. We're good. People are saying rip stream, and now we're back.
Are we back?
We back, guys?
We
Yeah,
back,
we're
boys. All right.
That's good. We're good.
Lewis, don't hit it again.
Okay.
We don't know what happened there. He pushed a button.
I hit the right button.
He did hit the right button. Everything just went dark.
It was the bad button. It was the bad button.
We're going so off script today.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Let's just throw the script out. I'm just going to toss this over this way. Sydney, what's next in the news?
Kicking off our geek news is news about a Hollywood anime adaptation.
Ooh.
The adaptation
Bear.
on Attack on Titan will be directed by IT director Andy Muschietti.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
For those who are unfamiliar, on Attack on Titan is a story about human survivors surviving against massive titans, which are creatures that mindlessly eat humans. It was already adapted as 2 live-action films by Toho in 2015, but now Warner Bros. And Muschietti will be tackling a bigger budget adaptation of the popular series. Thoughts on this adaptation news, Alexis?
This sounds pretty amazing. I love Attack on Titan. I loved it, so Andy Muschietti will probably knock it out of the park. I'm really excited to see what he comes up with for this. Have they said? I'm trying to read this. Did they say where it's going to come out?
I don't know.
Nope.
What platform is it? Just
I hope it's Netflix.
Hollywood movie, maybe.
Oh, it's Hollywood.
because it's
Nice.
Warner Bros. It's Warner Bros.
Nice.
That's lit.
For the final story, we've got some surprising sequel news. Ridley Scott. Hey, it worked. That button
finally
helped.
worked.
Amazing. The lighting's a little bit off, but we can fix that. Can you fix that on the fly? Oh, this is going to screw things up. Let's see. Hold, chat. Hold. Boom. Hey, man. I'm glad you hit that button, Lewis. For the final story, we got some surprising sequel news. Hey, here I am, this camera. Ridley Scott is looking to move forward to a sequel to the 2000 Oscar award-winning movie Gladiator, one of my favorites. The movie is expected to follow Commodus's nephew, Lucius. It would follow the events of the first movie, but nothing is official yet other than Ridley Scott's involvement with the sequel. Russell Crowe is not expected to return to the movie because of the events of the first movie.
Spoilers.
Yeah, whoops, sorry if you
Sorry.
haven't seen this 2000 film. It's been 18 years. So watch it and ask yourself, are you not entertained? I had to do it. What do you think about this awesome sequel, Sid?
Honestly, really exciting. I'm a huge fan of action movies, and who isn't? And the era of the Romans, they were so brutal. So, this movie's going to be really epic. A little bummed that Russell Crowe obviously isn't going to be in it, but, you know.
Russell Crowe's the man, and he did a great job in the first movie. Yeah. I love the Gladiator. I thought it was an epic film. Mm-hmm. I think it's a little late to do a sequel. I don't know.
Right.
18 years later, the first movie was just perfect. They don't need to really add on to it, but hopefully it's going to be good. We'll see how it goes. Up next, recent releases.
Special shout out to
Move your mic
Blue.
closer. Everyone keeps saying.
Hello?
No, just move it closer. Don't worry about it. Move it off the corner. Special shout out to Blue Microphones, kicking off the recent releases.
These microphones right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Blue Microphones for these incredible mics we're using on the show.
Just project.
Kicking off these recent releases is Call of Cthulhu.
Call of Cthulhu. Cthulhu.
On PC and other platforms.
Cthulhu.
Take the role as a private investigator looking into the madness and horror in this first-person adventure game.
This looks baller. I love anything Call of Cthulhu related. Call of Cthulhu.
It's a horror game, though.
Yeah, still, I think it's going to be pretty cool just based off the lore. I don't like horror games. I am just a weak person. I have no willpower whatsoever.
No, I can't do horror.
And I am terrified.
Spooky.
But the lore behind this is probably going to be really cool. Also releasing this week is Diablo 3 Eternal Collection on the Nintendo Switch. Take on the Lord of Terror in Blizzard's loot collecting and demon slaying game. You can even play in co-op with one Joy-Con each, as well as running Rifts online. And man, let me tell you, this game has taken Origin PC headquarters by storm. I'd say at least 10 or more employees are already playing it. We're already playing during lunch with each other. It looks super, super cool. It's pretty awesome to have Diablo mobile. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Triggered?
Oh, gosh.
What's happening?
Oh, God, what happened?
I don't know. Switch the scene.
Switch it. No.
Jeez.
What is happening? Did you guys touch something?
No, we didn't touch anything.
What is
We don't know what's going on. Sydney, what's going on next with recent releases?
We're rounding out the recent releases this week is Football Manager 2019 on PC.
Woohoo!
The latest entry in the long-running football management series, you can now enjoy overhauled features with the new training system and team instructions to lead your club to victory. Who doesn't love some good old football?
Football Manager is always really cool because you actually don't really play the games. You just promote the teams and make trades and do all. For people that are really, really big football fans, this is an awesome, awesome game. I have a lot of friends from the UK that I used to play other games with. Oh, sweet. Does anyone hear that on stream, or is
I
it
think
just
they
our
do.
end?
They said
Yeah?
fix the mic.
Fix the mic? Oh, God, I don't know what's going on.
Or maybe that's for me to talk louder. I'm
Yeah,
not
that could
sure.
be it. That could be one of them. One of the two for sure. Anyways, this game is super enjoyable, and I'm happy for my friends that actually enjoy this stuff because it looks cool. Congrats to Football Manager for another awesome release. Up next, Blatant Plug of the Week. This is also where we're going to be announcing some cool announcements. We've got some special things happening the month of November, including our November promo, which is now live. High-level gear ready to equip. Purchase select desktops with an AMD Ryzen 2700X, and you get free U.S. ground shipping, a free 2TB SSHD from Seagate, free digital Steam key for Scum, and a free digital pack for Star Trek Online Gamma Vanguard. Now, if you purchase select desktops or select laptops, you get free US ground shipping, a free upgrade to a 1TB Seagate Firecuda SSHD, Scum, digital copy of Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and free Star Trek Online Gamma Vanguard starter pack. We talked about the ready-to-ship systems. They are ready to go. They are sitting in the back just waiting for you to order them. They ship within 1 to 2 business days. Don't miss out on these because there's only a limited amount. Let's do some giveaway news. The worldwide RTX 2080 Ti giveaway is still live with our man PewDiePie. Go to OriginPC.com/PewDiePie to sign up to win an RTX 2080 Ti. We are shipping this to the winner towards the end of November. You have some time to sign up for this, and this one again is worldwide. Anyone can sign up right now. Go do it. Don't miss out. Our Breach giveaway, our friends over at QC Games and us teamed up to give away this awesome Millennium desktop, custom painted with this awesome Breach artwork. This game is incredible. I got to enjoy a ton of it at TwitchCon. I was super impressed with what they were able to put together. This game is going to be something epic. It's not something like you've ever experienced before. It's a third-person action RPG with awesome MOBA mechanics, and it's really exciting. You get to play against friends. You get to play alongside friends. It seems like a really, really cool game. And even better, you get to play it on this custom Breach-inspired PC. Sign up to this at originpc.com/breach/giveaway. Did I do that right? Is that the right link? I think it is. Hyphen giveaway. Sorry. Now, last chance to sign up for the Samsung Game Night Load Fast, Play Fast Millennium giveaway. We are giving this away at BlizzCon. BlizzCon has a Samsung Game Night, which is happening tonight, right? Yes, I believe it's tonight. They're going to have this PC on display. This giveaway ends at the end of this weekend, so do not miss out. You can sign up to this one at originpc.com/Samsung-BlizzCon, right? Yes, got it. Nailed it. Nailed them all. Yes, our friends on YouTube love to remind us. Hold on, go back to Blade Plug of the Week. Our friends on YouTube love to remind us that we have little viewers. We have little viewers on YouTube. It's still a fairly new platform for us. If you want to see a high viewer count, come over to Twitch or Mixer, all right? Stop poking fun at us. It hurts my feelings. So, guys, some exciting news. You can switch scenes now. Go to Eat, Sleep, Game, Repeat, so people can see my beautiful face.
Now it's time.
No, it's not. It's not time
What?
yet. Some exciting news for next week. We've got 3 live builds planned for next week. Starting on Tuesday, we're going to build our first ever RTX-powered system for our man, Ohmwrecker. Super excited to work with this guy. I love his videos. He's a pretty awesome YouTuber known as the Mask Gamer or Ohmwrecker. We're going to be building him one of the most epic PCs we've ever built. Tune in on Tuesday at 4 p.m. Then on Wednesday, we're going to be building our first ever OriginPC New Neuron live build, also with RTX 2080 Ti. for none other than one of the biggest YouTubers in the world. Notice I had to say one of because he got beat out by that. What's the name of that channel?
Oh, no. R.I.P. T-Series.
T-Series. No, yeah, he did. He got beat out. YouTube congratulated him on Twitter. Let's for the second biggest YouTuber in the world, PewDiePie. We're going to be building him an awesome custom-built Origin PC Neuron. And I'm going to announce this here. We haven't even told anyone on social media yet. Accompanied with that Origin PC Neuron live build, we're going to be giving one away. Not on stream, but during his video when he unboxes it. But it's going to be in November. We're going to give away an Origin PC Neuron RTX 2080 Ti powered, super exciting, with a 9900K from Intel. And that giveaway is going to be worldwide. Anyone could win this awesome PC. It's going to be just like PewDiePie's PC. So tune in on Wednesday at 4 p.m. to watch this awesome live build and see the potential PC that you, anywhere in the world, can win. Super exciting.
Yes.
And then, we're not done yet. On Thursday, our friends over at StackUp.org are going to be joining us live in studio. We're going to be building a PC, which we're going to be giving away to a veteran to celebrate the month of November. Also, for the month of November, we are going to be raising money exclusively for StackUp.org. So again, tune in on Thursday for that at 2 p.m. That's going to be a longer stream because it's going to be kind of charity-based. We're going to be building a stream that we're going to give away to one lucky veteran. StackUp's doing that on their end. But we're very, very happy to announce that partnership. We're happy to be working with StackUp. I know we've been wanting to work with them for a really long time. So yeah, entire month of November, StackUp.org. Tons of fun. Going to be an awesome build. Tune in all next week. We got, and then of course Origin PC Live on Friday with a special guest, which I think is Crytek Studios, makers of Hunt Showdown. It's going to be a ton of fun. Do not miss out, ladies and gentlemen. Next week is going to be chock full of content. Any day you tune in, aside from Monday, you're going to find this live, and it's going to be very special.
It's going to be super epic.
All right, Sydney, it's time.
All right. Now it's time to talk about Eat, Sleep, Game, Repeat, where we talk about the games we're playing. This segment is sponsored by the Origin PC Gear Shop, where you can buy your very own Eat, Sleep, Game, Repeat shirt that Alexis is rocking. Chat, please chime in and let us know what you've been playing. Alexis, what are you Eat, Sleep, Game, Repeating?
Oh, man, I've been playing this awesome new game called Barbie Horse Adventures. You have a character, and you have a horse, and you got to take care of the horse and pat it and feed it sugar cubes, and you form this bond, and Barbie's so cool. You get to go either be an honorable Barbie or a dishonorable Barbie. She's got a 6-gun.
Oh, no.
A 6-shooter, revolver. Just kidding. We're playing Red Dead Redemption 2, of course! The best game ever made. I've been anticipating Red Dead Redemption for years and years and years, and it's finally here. And I didn't even get to play it on release. I was over at TwitchCon, but my God, I am so happy it's met my expectations. The game is incredible. I think I'm like maybe 20 to 25 hours in. My completion is about 20%. Because as I'm doing the story, something's happening on the road. Someone's stuck under their horse. Some lady needs help and needs a ride back to town. Someone's getting robbed. I'm the honorable outlaw. I've got to do my part and help them. I'm playing dominoes. I'm playing poker. I'm hunting for my camp. I'm doing everything but the main story, and I'm having a blast doing so. I'm taking baths. I'm eating. Wow. I'm making recipes. I'm doing camps. I'm robbing people and then giving money back because I'm an honorable outlaw. It's the type of role that I'm playing. I can't say enough good things about this game. The attention to detail on every level is incredible. I've never experienced a game like this, and I think I have, and every time it's a Rockstar game. Rockstar just kills it over and over and over again. They never cease to amaze me with their titles. Red Dead Redemption 2 is everything I've wanted in a title. I love Westerns. I love open worlds, and the game is gorgeous. I'm playing it on the PS4 Pro.
Okay.
And they've said that the Xbox One X graphics are slightly better. I don't care.
It's great.
I love the PS4 Pro. It's amazing.
All platforms.
I am having an awesome time with it. I really do hope it comes out on PC because I will buy it again for PC. I'm still going to buy it again for the Xbox because I want to play with my friends online. What can I say about this game? You've been watching streams.
Yeah, it's super cool.
It's
I'm
incredible.
not usually into the open world, but when I'm gonna get an open world game, I'm gonna get Red Dead for sure.
There's no other game to play right now. I don't even think that I'm gonna have an eat, sleep, game, repeat for the next few episodes. Because there's no way I'm gonna beat this game by next week. There's no way I'm gonna beat this game by the following week. I'm having so much fun. Like, it's all I'm thinking about. I've tried to be spoiler free too. I'm not looking at any videos. I'm not watching any streams. I'm experiencing this firsthand by myself. I literally played for 30 minutes yesterday, and I just patted my horse the entire time because I feel he needed some support. I felt bad for punching him. I really did. So bad that I have to like pet him. I pet him and give him sugar cubes and celery and carrots. My outlaw is so cool. Arthur Morgan is the man. John Marston makes an awesome appearance. My good friend from Red Dead Redemption 1. He's a big part of the story, which is really cool to see in early John Marston and his whole family. It's kind of sad, though, knowing what's going to happen. Because if you play the first one, it's a really sad story. But it's so good. It's so good. And I built Arthur to look like Clint Eastwood in The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. And it's just the best Western... I love it so much. It makes me cry. Wait, that's not Red Dead, is it? That guy have a riot shield?
It's not Red Dead.
I didn't want to see this. Wait, this... Oh, wait a minute. Something's going on here.
This is mine.
Cindy, yeah, what are you playing?
My eat, sleep, game, repeat is Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I've been playing a lot of multiplayer.
Just move it closer to you. Yeah.
You
Just
know,
put it in front of your face.
there's this thing called the grind. And right now the grind is for the Dark Matter camo and Master 10th Prestige. So I'm a huge Call of Duty fan. And...
Go, keep talking.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
No! Okay, keep talking. R.I.P.
We're sorry. We're so sorry.
Tell us how you've been enjoying Black Ops 4.
No, I think it's one of my favorite Call of Duty games, at least for one in a long time. The last one I really enjoyed was MW2. That was the one I literally played for years. And I think Black Ops 4 is here to stay for a long time, at least for me and for any other Call of Duty fan.
So you're a huge Call of Duty fan. Like, you've been playing Call of Duty for ages, right?
Yes,
Does this
since
live up
COD
as
4.
a Call of Duty? Lewis is epic. Epic stuff. No, you're messing it up! There it is. So you really enjoy Black Ops 4. As a true Call of Duty fan, you're like...
Yes, absolutely. It's hard to snipe because I used to be a big-time quickscoper, but it's still doable. And it's just a really fun game to go online and play. It's super sweaty, though. Everyone plays like a pro. So, like, you just got to play like a pro, man.
As a not Call of Duty fan, I actually really enjoyed Black Ops 4 as well. I played it until Red Dead came out.
Red Dead, yeah.
And now I could throw all my other games away. But the game was a lot of fun. I only tried... I didn't really dig Blackout, to be honest with you. You like it a lot?
It's good. I think it's better than PUBG. But for me, I'm not the biggest fan of Battle Royale. Like, I definitely played a lot of Battle Royale with Fortnite. But
Understood.
Like, me, it's all about the multiplayer.
This is not scripted.
This is not scripted. No, definitely, I'm a huge multiplayer fan. And they did a really great job. And there's so many things that I want to unlock and achieve. And so it's got me hooked. And... yeah, no, they did a really good job. I
think so too. One of the things that Call of Duty has always nailed, and something that I don't think anyone can beat them at, is the small scale multiplayer matches. Like the team deathmatch in the small form, I think it's so epic. Like I have a really, really good time playing that on PC. I think it's a lot of fun.
Blackout is a good battle royale. We're not joshing it.
No,
For me personally, I'm not that's not my go-to. Like they did a really good job overall with zombies, or I'm not sure with zombies.
I haven't even tried zombies yet. I heard it's really good.
I played it, but my thing was super laggy. Like half the map didn't load in, but that was also because that was the first weekend that it came out, so I'm sure they fixed that bug. But I will get into Blackout definitely once I hit Master Prestige, like 10 Prestige in multiplayer, and I get that Dark Matter. But again, like there's a lot of people who like Battle Royale and they really love Blackout. So Blackout is a really great Battle Royale game. If you're into that, if you loved PUBG, you're gonna love it even more on Call of Duty Blackout. So
for sure. Yeah,
we're not joshing it. They did a good job. It's just I don't play it a lot. I'm on multiplayer.
All right, up next is Check This Out. Thank you to Elgato for providing the Stream Deck and capture card in our streaming PC. And check this out. We'll talk about anything we've been checking out. This includes movies, TV, techs, movie, gadgets, the things, games, board games?
Entertainment.
Anyone? Entertainment. That's what we should just say. Entertainment. What have you been checking out?
I have been checking out. So last weekend, I basically kind of
What's up,
sort of
TV? Sorry.
binge watched on Netflix The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
The Teenage Witch?
Yeah, The Teenage Witch. So like I used to watch the old show, both
Yeah,
the
so
live
did I.
action and the cartoon, back when I was younger.
What was the cat's name?
Salem.
Ah, nailed it.
They it's the same name in this show
yeah?
too.
Oh, that's cool.
Obviously, but
Is it still an animatronic cat?
no, it's the real cat. But
Ah.
it's really weird because he doesn't like talk.
Oh, okay.
He talks like when he's in his other form, like the gargoyle form, whatever. At least in this story, they showed it a little bit, not really.
Not my Sabrina.
No, yeah, it's super dark. It's super dark
cool. Oh, that's
twist
neat.
on
That's
it.
neat.
It's very spooky. It was perfect for the Halloween season, but for me, I'm not the biggest fan of like scary, spooky stuff. But I'm checking it out. I'm still sticking with it. It hasn't gotten to a point that's gotten me like completely removed from it. So, but it's definitely really different than other Sabrinas that we've known. But
Awesome.
it's really cool.
I'll have to check that out. I'm actually pretty intrigued now, hearing you explain it a little bit. So I tuned in to the polar opposite, something that's not safe for work, The Degenerates on Netflix. Some of my favorite stand-up comedians were in this, which is why I wanted to watch it, which is Joey Coco Diaz, making his first Netflix special. Super proud of that dude, man. He's just a Cuban brother, just like me, you know what I mean? And I love that guy, and I think he is one of the funniest comedians in the world. He nailed it. And, of course, the water champ, Mommy Christina P. Also nailed it. She actually headlined this, which was crazy. But the other comedians who I'm not too familiar with, including Big J. Okerson, the dude you see standing next to Joey Diaz in the suit there, was phenomenal. Absolutely hilarious. This is definitely an 18 and over Netflix comedy special. Only watch it if you're in for crude and rude humor. But if you're fans of any of these guys, yes, we can see your chat,
we can
Ben
see
Moore.
your chat, dude.
Then I highly, highly recommend you tune in if you're a fan of stand-up comedy, which I am. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I'm sure you will too. Now it's time for a short break. After the break, we'll be talking with Jared Browar from Perfect World. Do not go anywhere. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
And we see you, YouTube. Stay tuned.
We see you, YouTubes. No, we're looking at all the chats, YouTubes. We love you. See you soon. Do it. Welcome back, and shout out to AMD for their Ryzen Threadripper powering our streaming rig. It's time to chat with Jared Browar from Perfect World Entertainment. Did I say your last name right? Did I nail it?
Yeah, it's close enough. Good enough.
Oh, okay. Jared is a community manager at Perfect World. For those of you unfamiliar, Perfect World is behind the games such as the upcoming Torchlight Frontiers and Remnant from the Ashes. An awesome, awesome title that Jared actually helped me play over at, what was it, PAX West? It was amazing.
Yeah, that was really fun. You got to beat it too, right?
I know, I did.
At the end. Yeah, congratulations, man. It's tough. It's designed to be that way.
That's good. So
stuff.
Perfect World is also behind long-running MMOs, including Neverwinter, Perfect World International, and Star Trek Online. You can find Jared online or on the show floor with Perfect World, such as this past TwitchCon and PAX West. How are you doing this Friday, good sir?
Man, I'm doing very well. I can't complain. It's Friday. You know?
Yeah, right?
There's a lot of cool stuff happening today. Of course, this show, I'm really happy to be on.
Thank you so much
My
for
job
coming.
is pretty rad, so I'm always down to hop on and have people talk to me about it. And, you know, I'm really enthusiastic about it. So, yeah, I'm stoked to be here.
That's cool. Thanks for coming on.
Awesome, yeah. Thanks for being on the show with us, Jared. We just want to ask you a couple of questions and have a quick chat. So, how are you and the team feeling now after your trips to TwitchCon, PAX West, and Gamescom?
Yeah, how we're feeling.
Tired?
I think most of us have shook their PAX pop, which is a pretty common thing at events. You know, everybody gets sick. I think physically everybody's feeling really well. As far as like reception for the games, we're super stoked to be able to actually show all these games off that we've known about for some time. The developers have known about for way longer than us, and it's just great to be able to finally show this stuff at events and get players the chance to have their hands on. And yeah, it's just like we're feeling really confident after that, and all of our games show really well in a demo environment. They're super fun. So yeah, of course, I was at PAX West and then TwitchCon this last weekend. Twitch was phenomenal. I'm sure you guys were there too. I know we had to push this back a week, so that because we were at TwitchCon last week. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we only had Remnant at TwitchCon last week. But yeah, it was tons of fun. TwitchCon's all about networking and meeting all the broadcasters out there. So it's rad that I'm able to actually meet people in person that I haven't, I've talked to online for a couple years. And yeah, just like all that relationship building, it's fun. But yeah, overall, I think the team is feeling just really awesome with all of our games from the event circuit this year.
That's great. Congratulations to you guys. Yeah, I agree with you. TwitchCon is an absolute blast. It's not really meant to be a show about the booths, even though there was some spectacular booths there, but just that the whole Twitch community is so cool, and being able to hang out with everyone and meeting all the broadcasters, seeing all the cool panels, it was a really, really good time. There's so much energy. Sorry. Yeah, definitely. Tons of energy. You see the passion in all those guys, even the smaller broadcasters that are there to promote themselves or just be passionate about Twitch in general. It's really, really cool. It's heartwarming to be there and see. It's like a family all coming together. It's really nice.
Yeah, definitely. I was going to say that too. It feels like a family. Like whether you're partnered or you're just a community member, like TwitchCon's wonderful just to be able to be together and be a family and just enjoy games together. It's so much fun. It's a very different environment than like PAX West or Gamescom, where PAX West and Gamescom are all about the demos, showing off all the cool stuff that we've got that we're working on.
Sure. Whereas
like Twitch, it's like everybody, you like games, come to TwitchCon. It's fun.
Yeah, definitely. So as previously mentioned, the team at Perfect World unveiled 2 upcoming multiplayer games, Torchlight Frontiers and Remnant from the Ashes. How's the reception been so far on those titles?
Man, super good. When we have a game, it's like you're always worried that it's not going to demo well or people just aren't going to get it and you're going to have to explain it to them. And you see a lot of game developers come out and they're like, oh, we're super excited about this. They're serious. They're super excited when you actually get to show a game and get people to have hands-on. So yeah, the reception's been just far exceeding our expectation. So we had Remnant and Torchlight at Gamescom and PAX West, and then we just had Remnant at TwitchCon this previous weekend, and people just seem to be eating this stuff up. It's great that Torchlight, it's kind of the 3rd or 4th game in the series, depending on how you look at it. So there's Torchlight 1, Torchlight 2, Torchlight Mobile, and then we're developing Torchlight Frontiers. And it is a little bit of a different game, but people are able to hop in and play it and know like, oh, this is Torchlight. And they love that. And that's exactly what we're trying to convey with the game too. So yeah, reception on that has been wonderful. Remnant, on the other hand, is like a fresh new idea. And it takes us a little bit of extra time to kind of show people what the game is about. But yeah, once they start playing it, and especially at TwitchCon, people sit down, they check it out, they have time to to kind of dig deep, and yeah, they love it. So I think we can confidently say that our games are doing really well right now, at least in the demo environment.
I absolutely loved Remnant. I want to describe it the way I described it to people, but I use comparisons of other games, if that's okay. All right.
For sure, yeah, for sure. It's easy to do that, definitely, and we do the same. So yeah, go for it. I want to hear how you think Remnant played.
To me, it's like Resident Evil meets The Division meets Gears of War meets Dark Souls.
Yes, that's basically how I pitch it too.
Yes, nailed it.
All weekend, that's exactly
so cool, man. It's
the only other little thing is like Monster Hunter. I throw that one in there.
Monster Hunter 2, that's a good one.
The bosses. Yeah, but that's exactly it. So cool. I mean, yeah, the process of the game and going through the demo really wants to hit on all those points. So it's awesome that you were able to like pull those that relationship between all those different titles and then kind of combining all of them together to make this wonderful game that we think is fun. You know, we're not making a game to be like anything else. I don't think most studios do that. You know, it's like, oh, this game is like this. You know, it's easy to make parallels, but most studios just want to make something cool. And so we're like, yeah, this is fun. Let's do that, regardless of whether it's been done by other studios or not.
Yeah, man, that is a title I cannot wait to get my hands on and just play relentlessly. It's so unique, and that the gaming industry needs that. A lot of times you see this same cookie cutter stuff come out, and it's because, you know, if it's not broken, don't fix it, right? So people kind of release the same thing, just knowing that it's going to be successful. For devs to come out and just try something new and fresh, it's awesome to see. And I love when the combinations hit and they resonate within a gamer like myself. I consider myself a pretty hardcore gamer. So to play a game like that really resonated with me and sat with me, and so one I still think about. What's surprising to me is that I still think about it, and I enjoyed it at a convention. Which anytime I've ever played a game at a convention, I'm like, I can't like really get into it because there's many people talking, there's people bumping into me. Like, it's not an enjoyable place to play a game, but I absolutely enjoyed it, and it was great having you there kind of talk me through it. It was a lot of fun.
That's wonderful. That's exactly what we want to hear too, and that's a lot of what we were getting at TwitchCon as well. That's kind of fresh on my mind, so I keep going back there. But yeah, it's awesome. I'm super glad that you got a chance to play it and that you enjoyed it.
Awesome, man. Yeah, thank you again.
So speaking about Torchlight Frontiers and how it's a return to the Torchlight franchise, can you talk about what makes it different from the other previous games?
Yes, sorry, as I take a sip of my tea. So yeah, Torchlight Frontiers, we're kind of pushing it towards an MMO type game, whatever that means to you know, it means something different to everybody. But we're kind of going to the root of what an MMO means: massively multiplayer online. So it is online, it is massively multiplayer. We're not going to be like a World of Warcraft, where it's going to be more shared world, where you can go out into like a zone and you see people out there. There's not going to be like millions of people in one instance. It's going to be however many they set, but yeah, it is going to be an MMO in that regard, where there are tons of people out in the world. So it's more shared world. So there's still going to be single player content in there too, or like isolated content, where if you don't want to play with the other people out in the world, then you can just ditch them entirely and you can go into a dungeon on your own, do the whole standard Torchlight thing, dungeon diving. You can bring up to 3 of your buddies with you too. So, you know, if you want to have smaller parties, then you can totally do that. But if you like interacting with other players out in the world or out in a hub, then that feature is definitely in there in Torchlight Frontiers. Also, there's tons of other stuff that we're adding to this game that wasn't in previous Torchlights. Like a couple weeks ago, we announced the relic weapon system. So actually, let me take a short step back and talk about horizontal progression. So your characters aren't going to level up like a standard MMO or like standard RPGs, where you go from level 1, level 2, level 3, etc., where you build experience that way. So the horizontal progression system, kind of in a nutshell, works that you get gear that allows you to push yourself to the next tier in that biome, and then you get more gear which allows you to push yourself into the next tier, and then you can go to a different biome, and that gear is still usable, but it may not have the same like resistances, so then you want to farm different gear sets from each of the different biomes. So that's kind of our horizontal progression. Yeah, so it's a really different take on how you level your characters. But the standard kind of leveling up of characters is present in the relic weapon system. So these are going to be like super cool, unique weapons that you can get with extra fixes on them, and you can level those up from 1 to whatever number. I don't know if we've announced the max level yet, so I can't say that just yet. But yeah, you level that up like standard linear. The more stuff you kill, the more experience you get, and that unlocks like passives that you can use and actives, and the weapon itself is a cooldown, and there's tons of cool stuff. Like if you check out our social channels and we have blog posts and stuff, you can make this like big fire sword come down and just smash all the enemies in front of you. There's a poison weapon that procs poison bolts that shoot out of the enemies, and just fun, unique things that we want people to continue coming back to. So there's like we're taking a different approach at a lot of the MMO-y elements for Torchlight Frontiers, if that makes sense. And there's like a lot of new and unique and fresh kind of take on just the ARPG genre in and of itself.
I absolutely loved the other Torchlights. I think it's such a cool game. I mean, that Diablo style of a game. I think the developer was one of the developers on Diablo 2. Is that correct?
Yeah. Max Schaefer is like the CEO, and he worked on Diablo 2 and Torchlight 2, and he just had like a lot of their team are just veterans from the industry. Tyler Thompson is on there too. We do the live streams, and I think he worked on Lords of Destruction, the expansion for Diablo 2. Yeah. So a lot of veterans.
It shows.
It definitely shows. And of course, like Max Schaefer, he did Torchlight 2, so he's back on Torchlight Frontiers. So we really want the game to feel like Torchlight. It needs to feel like the game that you're accustomed to. We're just adding more cool stuff on top of the already existing elements.
I like cool stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah, of course.
So Remnant from the Ashes features 4-player co-op in a world where mankind is nearly extinct. What can players expect from Remnant?
Oh man, okay. So a little bit of what we were talking about before. Remnant is just a ton of really like awesome elements of some of our favorite games. So like a little bit of Dark Souls, Monster Hunter, Resident Evil 4, Division. So yes, it is up to 4 players. As you said, it is 4-player co-op, which up to 4 players. So you can totally play this entire game by yourself if you want. You don't have to have other people in. But if you want to, you can have up to 3 other people join. So it can be you and 1 buddy, or 2 or 3, and you can go out in the world and just smash. And of course, the content's going to scale upward based on how many people are in your party.
Oh, that's good.
So yeah, like what players can kind of expect from that is that there's it's like you played it. It's kind of like Dark Souls-esque, where it's slow and deliberate, and you got to take your time. It's a little bit like Dark Souls with guns. And again, it's not really fair to make comparisons with one game to another. It's easier for players to kind of build like a picture of what the game is like in their heads without playing it. So yeah, you go out and there's monsters everywhere. The levels are procedurally generated, so every time you play, it's going to be a different set of mobs that you fight, different events, different boss at the end, different tile sets for the map layouts. And yeah, you go through, you kill a bunch of bad guys, get some cool loot and scrap that you can use to build better weapons. You make it to the end if you're good enough, and then you fight a boss, kill a boss, you get some awesome mats from that too, which then in turn help you craft more powerful weapons. And we're going to have a campaign for that. And then after the campaign, then we want you to get into that loop. That's kind of similar to Monster Hunter, where you're going through and farming the mats, building better weapons. Oh, I see we're putting some of the screenshots up there. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. You can see massive bosses.
It looks incredible.
Yeah, we've really only announced 1 of our biomes so far. So that's the Rune City, which you can see in a lot of our images there. And we have 3 more that are super diverse. So it's not like the Rune City is on Earth, like a post-apocalyptic Earth. So the other ones are actually in different realms entirely. Ooh. So they're like it's vastly different. And I can't wait till we can start showing that stuff. Like I've seen all of it and I've played it in our internal builds, and it's just rad. It's so fun.
Awesome. So only answer this if you can. But is this something that you're going to plan on like continuing to expand on, continue to add biomes and stuff in the future?
We would love to. Of course, that kind of depends on how the game is received.
Sure.
Like how well it sells, how many people actually enjoy playing the game. But yeah, we definitely want to.
That's awesome.
That's something that we're already looking forward to doing, and so we hope that that'll be the case. We're hoping to go into beta in early 2019, and at that point, like the core game is already there, and it's really fun, and it's it's got a lot of the base elements already fleshed out. And then when we go into beta in early 2019, we want to take community feedback and see what the players think about it, and like what can we add? What is going to keep you playing this game? What kind of loot do you enjoy? Do you like the loot? Are the weapons fun? All that stuff. So yeah, when we get to that point, then in early 2019-ish, early-ish, game development.
Yeah, of course.
Soon TM. Yeah.
Soon TM.
Once we get there, then yeah, we'll see about if more content would be appropriate, but we definitely want to, of course. I mean, who doesn't want to continue developing for a super sick game like this?
Well, if you need beta testers, you have my email.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we got your email already. You guys are on the list.
Awesome, dude. The game is a lot of fun. I can't wait to play it again.
So this year, Neverwinter and Star Trek Online received big updates. How have players and the fans reacted to this?
Oh, yeah. Neverwinter and Star Trek are still really kicking ass. I mean, so Star Trek just had its 8th-year anniversary this year, and Neverwinter had its 5-year anniversary this year. So those games are doing really well for how old they are. MMOs aren't the new hotness anymore.
Right.
And you don't have to have billions of players to have a successful MMO. Mm-hmm. So our player base is still really healthy, and people, we're constantly providing new content, like major content updates. And yeah, players are just eating it up. They love it. I mean, who doesn't love more free content for your games? So Neverwinter and Star Trek Online, for those of you who aren't aware, are free-to-play MMOs. And yeah, they're sick. They're really fun. Very different from each other, too. So if you haven't checked them out, I'd recommend trying both of them. But we've released like a couple major expansions this year. And all of those, like the most recent one for Neverwinter was Ravenloft, which is based off of the Curse of Strahd campaign from Dungeons and Dragons, which is like right up my alley, man. I love the aesthetic of that. And then also actually for Neverwinter, I think this upcoming Tuesday we have another release for Heart of Fire, which is based off of Acquisitions Inc., which is like the PAX campaign that they run at PAX. So that's going to be really cool.
That's going to be really cool.
It's fun. Yeah, we've been working with the PAX crew on that to, make it just over the top and just super like wily.
Oh, I love that.
And then, yeah, Star Trek Online, of course. We launched Age of Discovery a little bit earlier this month, and this is the first time that the game is like running parallel with the live show, because we have such a huge, wonderful backlog of Star Trek content to pull for. Like we had a Deep Space Nine related content earlier this summer, and then now we just launched Discovery. So that's like, really exciting, and it's like a monumental milestone for us in that regard.
Yeah, it's awesome. That's actually what I was going to ask next. So Star Trek Discovery, the themed content launch for Star Trek Online. What can players expect out of that? So it's going to run parallel to the show the entire time?
Oh, I'm not sure if it's going to run parallel to the show the entire time, because their release cadence is a little bit different than ours on a video game. Yeah, but since the Discovery show is like in production right now, and we just released Discovery content, there's a show, and you can watch the show, and then you can come over to the game and you can experience some of the stuff that you're seeing in the show in the game, and vice versa. That's cool. One of the coolest things is that we have Cadet Sylvia Tilly, who is Mary Wiseman, voiced by Mary Wiseman in Discovery. We have her doing VO for our game. So you like the character in the actual show is in our game, and you can interact with them. You can see a lot of the iconic locations from Discovery, and of course, like more fun MMO-y stuff. We've got more reputations. There's more multiplayer missions, which we've renamed to Task Force Operations, so they're TFOs now, which you can do random TFOs. So just MMOs, more content, but it's great that it is paired with Age of Discovery, or Discovery TV series. Yeah, so that's pretty rad.
That's such a brilliant idea, because I can't tell you how many times I've watched a show and like I get so hyped or immersed in the show that after I'm like, man, I wish there was like a game I could go in and play what I just watched. And that's an awesome idea. I love that.
Exactly. And so we actually had a great opportunity to redo the Federation starting experience too. So if you haven't played, like that's kind of what we're anticipating, that people are going to see the show and get super hyped. Then they're going to come over to the game, and it's an 8-year MMO. Let's get people in. So we redid the starting experience for Federation, so you can actually just hop in and experience a lot of the game with some of the current content, which is like it sucks when you watch a movie and then you have to wait 6 months before the game to release, or the game comes out early and then it spoils stuff. Like I think Spider-Man 2 did that back on PS2, and you had like a bunch of stuff. And then there was like that there was a Star Wars game that released too for like Clone Wars or something that had a bunch of spoilers. Oh no, it was Episode 3. The Episode 3 Star Wars game had a bunch of spoilers. So yeah, it's awesome. I think it was
the Lego, the Star Wars Lego game.
Oh yeah, Star Wars Lego game had spoilers too. Yeah, so it's awesome that we are releasing it kind of in tandem.
That's awesome.
You know, you see the show, play the game, see the show. Yeah, it's great that we have this opportunity.
Yeah, that's really cool. Do you have any tips or advice for anyone trying to break into the game industry?
That's not part of the That's not part of the script. We're just asking.
Ooh, yeah. Jeez, man, that's a really tough question. I mean, how does anybody get into how does anybody get in the game industry? How did you guys get into the game industry?
I don't know how I ended up here.
Yeah, how do you end up here?
Crazy.
Well, tips for me. I'm actually living the dream. This is like I started off as a YouTube content creator for a game that I loved. And I was just making like silly educational videos and memes and stuff. And the studio saw my videos and they're like, man, these are great. You should come work for us. So that's how I got into the game industry. So awesome. I was just making meme videos on YouTube and they hired me. And then, from the developer, I ended up getting hired by the publisher for that game. So that's just like the dream path for everybody.
That's awesome.
But I did go to college for game design, and I'm not using it anymore. Yeah. I'm not. I had a specialization in animation and environment modeling, so I haven't done any of that stuff in like 6 years. But that's probably a good way to kind of get your foot in the door and kind of get experience with that. Absolutely. Is just just see if you like modeling. Even there's tons of tutorials online. Just pick something like that up. Get like a trial of Maya or 3ds or whatever, just like some kind of 3D design program, and just see if you even like modeling and animating before you dedicate all your time and money into college. Also, knowing people in any industry is going to be a great way to get in. Yeah. But yeah, I think it takes a lot of luck. Well, there's a saying, they say luck is where preparation meets opportunity. Yeah. So, if you want to get into the game industry, then just be prepared for it. And then when there's an opening, just go to like a studio website, or you can go to like gamasutra.com. I think they have they have job listings on Gamasutra. So if you're looking for something, QA job or something, then just be prepared, be ready for everything the game industry needs. And when there's an opening for a studio close to you, then, just apply. I think it's tough to get into the game industry. The game industry is still kind of small too. Everybody kind of knows everybody, but that's a great thing, because it's unfortunate when people get laid off at a studio or whatever, or they downsize, but then everybody else in the game industry is like, oh man, we've seen your work, you're great, come join us. And so it is definitely really hard to get in, but once you're in, you're kind of in.
That is,
but it's also hard to leave too, because my skills maybe don't translate to the real world.
I make memes for a living. It's like, sorry, sir, you cannot work at this bank. It's like, come on.
Exactly.
I hear you, man. I'm in the same boat. I'm a community lead. But it's funny. I went to school for computer engineering, which is how I started here, was building PCs, and I somehow ended up in marketing. I mean, it's just
nice. That's great.
Kind of happens. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's kind of the story for everybody, right? It's just like I was doing one thing, and then I just wound up in the game industry.
Yeah.
There's no direct path, I guess, unless you really want to be like a modeler or animator or designer for games.
I think if you want to get in as just part of the development team, I think the art is probably the biggest, because they're always hiring new artists, level designers, modelers, animators, all that good stuff. I agree with you there.
Yeah, for sure. I could probably agree with that too.
So are there any upcoming games or media besides all the awesome Perfect World stuff that you're looking forward to?
Yeah. Since we were at TwitchCon, I haven't had too much time to put into a Barbie horse adventure. I'm really looking to play a little bit more of that. Yeah, I've played. I want to go home and play Red Dead. It's just been too busy. So maybe this weekend I'll finally have time to really invest into Red Dead Redemption 2. I guess upcoming, probably like Indivisible by Lab
Oh,
Zero.
yeah.
I'm super stoked. Yeah, on Lab Zero games. You know, I love Skullgirls, and that team is great. I've met a bunch of them, and they're just like really invested with their community. And Indivisible is
looks really
cool.
cool.
Yeah. Good and Evil 2. I love Good and Evil, the original. Like, what a sleeper hit, man.
Yeah,
that game was rad. And then Good and Evil 2. Just from what I've seen, it just looks like it's gonna blow me out of the water. That's. And then also Remake 2, Resident Evil. Remake 2.
That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, that's looking pretty sweet. That's coming out soon too. TM, like January or February, early next year. Yeah, Q1. What else? Oh, like the ninja games. What is it? Ghost of something.
Oh, that's right.
And
I
then
keep forgetting about that game.
whatever. Yeah, I forget the names of these games.
Those look really cool. Both of them look awesome.
Those look sick. Breach. I know they went into. They're having another alpha test this weekend.
Yes. Oh, speaking of which, we can give away some codes for that. I got some. They gave me a bunch over there at TwitchCon. That game looks great.
Yeah, one of our partners was working at their booth, and she came over with just a handful of codes, and so I'm like, yes, let me get into the alpha for this game I want to play. So I put them on a desk out here, and all of them are gone after like. What else? I guess WoW Classic. BlizzCon's going on right now. Yeah, WoW Classic.
I'm looking forward to WoW Classic as well. That's a really good one.
Taking back to the olden days. You know,
it's always good.
I don't know if I'm gonna have time for it.
Yeah, I know.
But
once you get in there, and you're like, I've been playing for 30 hours and I'm only level 3. I can't do this.
Yeah, dude. Level of warrior. You know, you go out and you fight something, and then you have to eat after every encounter. You know, you have a two-hander and you swing and miss, and it's just about white hits, and you can't build any rage to attack. And, you know, 30 hours later, you're like a couple levels up. You're like, man, I've accomplished nothing. Let's do the same thing tomorrow.
I can't do this.
That's going to be WoW Classic.
I do that all the time. Like, I've gone back to older MMOs, like an EverQuest server that I went back to, or Ultima Online. And these are games I used to play back when I was just in school, and I had all the time in the world, and I didn't realize it. And then I try to play it now, and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. Like
I know.
I've been playing for 3 weeks, and I've made no progress whatsoever.
I know, as much as you want to play, but yeah, me too. I think that's I don't know if there are any new fighting games coming in 2019, but I know like 2018 was such a smash year for fighting games just in general, and so I figure all those games are just gonna have more content. Right, there's going to be another season of Street Fighter V. There's going to be 3 more characters for Soul Calibur, more DBFZ characters probably. Then we have Smash, which I don't know if you consider that a fighting game or a party game, but that's going to have more content in 2019. A little bit of both, yeah. So yeah, all the extra content coming with the fighting games next year.
Oh yeah, I didn't even realize. You're right. Like 2018 was a really big year for fighting games.
It was.
Yeah.
Soul Calibur's awesome. Really good game.
That game's sick.
I'm just like you. This is gonna be my first weekend that I get to sit down with Red Dead.
I know.
I haven't
so
been able to spend a weekend.
there's so many games I want to play. What am I gonna do? It's got to be Red Dead. It has to be.
It's really good.
All right, yeah. And lastly, what do you like the best about PC gaming?
Ooh. What? You know, what do I like? Like everything? Is that a viable answer?
Yes.
I guess, okay. Yeah. I guess the best way to approach this is what don't I like best about PC gaming, and it's console exclusive. And it's even in the name, right? Yeah. You can't play a console exclusive on PC, but everything else is better. Like, oh man, if Red Dead was out on PC, I wouldn't even own a PS4.
Nope.
I wouldn't own any consoles, I'd just play on my PC. But yeah, like everything is better on PC gaming, man. It's like, I can always run at max FPS on my home computer. I like the variety of games, like especially MMOs and MOBAs, which are, primarily on PC. I mean, there's some that have been ported to console or on mobile or whatever, but yeah, it's just, it functions. You can't play Dota on mobile, man.
Yeah.
You gotta play Dota on your computer, of course. And you're not limited by the console hardware. Like I have a mouse with 12 buttons on the side.
Yeah.
And you can't do, like a console person is going to buy like a new controller, but it's just going to have a skin, or it's going to have like 2 or 3 extra buttons on the bottom. Yeah. Man, I buy a mouse and it's got like 14 extra buttons. And then I buy a keyboard that also like lights up, and it's mechanical buttons. Oh, it's so satisfying to press. And I have like an old school keyboard, like a Z board, Z-Merc from
so awesome.
10 years old. And I can't get rid of it because it has 8 thumb buttons on my left hand. Which no other thing has, right? Think of how many buttons I've got.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's sick. I don't know, the PC gaming community's better too. Yeah, it's not really just like, it's so much easier to just talk with people. You can hop on Discord, like we're in a Discord call right now. Right. Think if I didn't have a computer.
Yeah.
I'd be Skyping it on my phone or something, and it wouldn't be this great. You know, you can just like hop on Discord with the bros, or I could BM some people in chat really quick. I don't have to like open up a console or whatever. You can look up guides on like my second monitor and watch like 9 streams on my third monitor, and yeah, just everything's better with PC gaming.
I think that's the best answer we've received.
For real.
Yeah.
It was so in depth, and you went over everything that I love about it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
So many
man,
things
those
you can
console
do.
exclusives. That's the only thing.
Yep, that's the only. Actually, the only reason I ever bought a PS4 in the first place was for another Rockstar game, which was Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh yeah.
I gotta play it first, and then I bought it on PC again when it came out. I'll play
Of course, yeah.
If Red Dead does come out on PC, I'm gonna buy it all over again and play it all over again. I'm sure it will.
Yep. And that's where like the communities are for those games too. I mean, I know that they're still really popular on console. There's no denying that. Consoles still have their place.
Oh yeah.
And
Definitely.
console games are great, and just being able to kind of kick back on your couch.
Yeah.
And it's more of like a local setting, whereas a computer you're kind of like tunnel visioned in.
Mhm.
But you know, if you want to play like a party game or like, but still, even then, actually, I'm gonna stop that thought. Because at home, I have I don't even have TV. I have a computer set up in my living room, and I just plug my fighting game controllers into it, like I have fight sticks.
Mhm.
And you know, I have legally acquired ROMs. I follow the law. I have ROMs, legally acquired ROMs, and I can just play like arcade games.
That's
you know,
awesome.
you just
That's
kick
cool.
back and I play Pocky and Rocky or like X-Men vs Street Fighter or whatever, you know, and I just have some friends come over and we just mash out in the living room on PC. I wouldn't be able to do that on console.
Sure, living room PCs are something that are very underutilized, but I always recommend people do that because you can do so much with it, and you can really have those nice, fun party experiences with the PC in your living room. I agree with you.
Oh man, that's another thing. Have you guys heard of Light Pack? Maybe I'm getting derailed here.
No.
I'm sorry. I just like
No,
to
it's
rant.
okay.
Have you
Go
heard of
for
Light
it.
Pack? Okay, dude. So I recommend everybody check this out. There's a bunch of different versions of this same thing, and the one that I use is called Light Pack. So it's like lights that you attach to the back of your monitor, and I have it on my TV in my living room and on my monitor on my computer. So it extends like the colors of what you're seeing
I've heard
on
of
the
this, yes.
on the monitor out onto your wall. Oh, it's so sick. And so like I just turn all the lights off in my apartment, and then I just have the TV, and it's not like burning my retinas with just a white bright light. You know, it's like projecting an image across the entire background, and it's so sick. You have to have software to run that, and you can still do it on console if you have, but you got to run the software, so you still have to use a capture card to plug into your computer.
Sure.
But just like, you know, forget the capture card, just have it run directly off the computer anyway. And yeah, that's another thing that you can only really do with PC gaming. I mean, you
This
can't
is
actually do
interesting.
it without the software, so you can do it with console, but you still need a PC.
I think
See,
I'm
that's-
gonna have to
that's
get
awesome.
this. I'm looking at it right now as you're talking about it.
Yeah,
This
it's really
is
easy
cool.
to set up, and it's pretty cheap too for how much value you get out of it.
Yeah,
I mean, I have
definitely.
like a 43-inch TV, which is kind of small, but the projected image, like the colors all over, man, the colors, Duke, the colors. It's so cool.
I love that.
Oh,
Oh,
Did we lose your audio? No,
Oh.
I don't think we did. Did we?
Oh no, sorry.
he's
No, we're
there.
good.
I think I'm here. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're good.
I just
Alright.
taken a sip.
Well, Jared, man, that is it. The floor is yours. Before you go, tell people where they can find you, tell people where they can find Perfect World, and tell people what the coolest things that they should check out from Perfect World is right now.
Where can you find me? I am on the Twitters at PW_SoFetch. I also play a lot of games, you know, so if you want to play some games with me, just hit me up on Twitter and I'll be there. I also run the Discord servers for Remnant from the Ashes and Torchlight Frontiers, so I'm there as well. You know, if you have questions about those games, or, oh yeah, right there, I see you guys pointing towards it. Yeah, if you want any questions about those games, just hit me up. There's a lot of cool people in all those Discord servers too that you can speak with about those games in particular. Yeah, what else? Oh yeah, I had a minor announcement too.
Sweet.
Yeah,
We love
something
announcements.
fresh.
Do it.
So today for Torchlight Frontiers, we officially kind of soft announced our new forts feature, which is absolutely amazing. So I don't know if you guys, like, of course, people want customization
Sure.
and player housing in all of their games, and that's something that we just announced just like a few hours ago.
Yes.
So you can check it out. It's on our Twitter, you know, at Play Torchlight, and it's on our Facebook. Play Torchlight. You can also go to artgames.com and check out all our games there, but especially be sure to check out the Torchlight news page, because we have a whole blog post about it with pictures and a pretty sweet GIF that I made, and then one that our video team made that's super cinematic and it zooms into the fort. But yeah, man, this fort it's player housing. And so you can customize it, and you can rotate things, and you can place them where you want, and it's going to be
that's
used for
awesome.
like player progression. You can bring your buddies in, and you can show them your base. And there's a lot of other parts of this that we haven't announced just yet. But yeah, the forts are looking super sick. So be sure to check that stuff out.
Absolute sucker for player housing, so I'm in.
Yes.
He sold me. I love that. Like, that's one of my favorite things
I know.
with MMOs, when you can have your own place and bring your friends over. I think that's so rad.
Yeah, the first time I had experience with player housing was in Star Wars Galaxies.
Oh yeah.
Which
same.
where that was like just unbelievable at the time. I was like, what is technology? Technology has gone so far to allow me to put some pants on a wall or something.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious.
It was
And
so
then
good.
WildStar had player housing too.
Oh, yeah.
Rest in peace, baby WildStar.
Ah,
But
IP.
yeah, so it's
Press
like player
F to pay
housing. And
respects.
it's hardly it's hardly in any games, but it's such a cool, fun, unique thing
Yep.
that my life is going to be gone once this game releases, man. I'm just going to be like going out and finding all the crafting mats and then coming back to town and just making my fort. And you can't finish your own fort, right? Because it's just like there's something out of place, or you could utilize your space better. So yeah, this is a feature I'm really excited about, and we kind of just announced today. So yeah, be sure to check
Awesome,
that
man.
Really
stuff out.
cool.
Congrats to you and the team. You guys are
Yeah.
killing it out there, man. I'm so happy for y'all. Have a lot of friends
Yeah,
over at
thanks.
Perfect World, and I love you guys. You're amazing. That is it.
Thanks.
Man, have a great weekend, Jared. Thank you again for coming on the show. You were fantastic. We'd love to have you on again in the future. More announcements would be great from you. Feel free
Yeah,
to
for sure, absolutely.
reach out anytime, and thank you again for being on the show. Any parting
All right.
words for our fans before you leave?
I just want to say, thanks so much for having me on. Thanks, Sydney. Thanks, Alexis.
Thank you.
And thank you for everybody watching. It's been a blast. And I'll see you guys next time. Have
See ya,
fun
man.
playing
Yeah.
Barbie Horse Adventure.
Yeah, thank you. I will do. Yeehaw! All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was awesome. Thank you so much again to Jared and Perfect World for coming on the show. Up next, hopefully you asked some questions during that segment, because I can read
Yes.
them and answer them then. But now we have some answers for you guys, hopefully, in our next segment.
Ask questions
Ask
if you
Origin
haven't
PC.
already.
Sponsored by Echo Gear. Big thanks to Echo Gear for providing us with mounts and extra accessories for our stream room. I love Echo Gear mounts. I've talked about them time and time again. They're a beautiful, beautiful company filled with beautiful people. How come you guys don't make your own computer pee? Computer parts. Good question, actually. So, proprietary parts are something we're not big fans of, because we're all about the PC enthusiast. And PC enthusiast usually means that you can tinker and build and upgrade your own PC. When it comes to proprietary parts, you can't really do that. You're kind of stuck going through us to get upgrades or parts in general, whereas we use super high-end parts from our partners like EVGA or Corsair or HyperX or NVIDIA or Intel or Asus, and all those parts are stuff that you can access on other websites. So if you ever have the need to upgrade and you want to do it on your own, or if you ever part goes bad on you and you just want a replacement and get it quick, you can do that yourself. Without proprietary parts, that wouldn't be possible otherwise.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Is that it? Just the one? What's the name of the projecting thing he talked about? It's called Light Pack.
Light pack.
Light Pack, yeah. I think you can find it on Amazon as well. I think I might have seen it. That is really cool. I have seen pictures of that and video of that in the past, and it looks really, really neat.
Super cool. What?
Thoughts on BlizzCon? Oh, good question. Yeah, the Overwatch character was pretty cool.
Yeah, like I like the short. The short was very entertaining. That was the highlight of my BlizzCon, and
Yeah.
that they announced a new character.
Yeah, and her ult is another character.
It's Bob.
I know, that's pretty cool.
Ultimate Bob.
Ultimate Bob.
It's
Yeah, that
so
was pretty
cool.
rad. The Diablo news was kind of underwhelming. I was hoping for a new Diablo or some MMORPG Diablo based. But they've already done like a lot of stuff this year. The World of Warcraft stuff was pretty cool. I like the cinematic that they played for World of Warcraft. I thought that was pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious to see more. I mean, we can't see more now because we're here.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they have some more cool things to announce.
Hopefully.
Just ordered an Origin PC. Well, let me read this first. Never mind.
Okay.
Is this the first time Kuzi has been outside since RDR2 came out? Yes.
Wow.
No, not really.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to experience RDR2, like, enjoy it fully. And by I mean enjoy it fully, like, have a day off, sit on my couch, eat a bunch of junk food, have a great time playing it. It's always like, I'm home, I do all my stuff, I eat, I prep, send out some more emails, and I get to play for like an hour or two. And I'm still enjoying it thoroughly. Last night I probably enjoyed it a little too much, stayed up a little too late, didn't realize how much time had gone by. That's one thing I find in this game, how much time flies and you don't even realize what time's gone by. What's Alexis' favorite game? Barbie Horse Adventures. Definitely Red Dead. The first Red Dead was my absolute favorite. Red Dead Redemption 1 was my favorite game ever. Red Dead Redemption 2, haven't finished it yet, but I'm sure it's going to be my favorite by the time I'm done. I have a lot of favorite games, man, but there's nothing that really resonates with me like Red Dead has. And I think I really like Westerns, and I really like open world games, and it's
the perfect match for you.
That's what it is. That's what exactly I just described the game to you. It's really, really good. All right, up next is Post of the Week.
Right. I think it's you.
Yeah, it is. I just want to stare dead-eye into the camera for a while.
Okay.
Now for Post of the Week. Last week's topic was tell us about the scariest thing you've ever encountered in a game and how you reacted. We received lots of responses, but we could only pick one, and that would be at Scream Hedgehog, who wrote, or WC Live, just for the absurdity of it. To this day, the scariest thing I've ever seen in a game was when Spore glitched out and my low-res, one-eyed, hot pink monstrosity filled the screen. I spun around in my friend's dad's office chair and dove into the couch behind me. That is hilarious.
That was really great.
That is hilarious. I love Spore. Spore was a really, really funny, weird game. Thank you so much for participating. You'll be receiving a copy of Hunt Showdown, which has a big, scary spider monster also. Wait.
Don't read it.
Sorry. Never
Don't
mind.
read it. Ignore that slide.
I read the wrong one. Contact us directly for your prize. Sydney, what is next week's topic?
Next week's topic is share a story about how you teamed up with friends online to tackle a hard online challenge or battle. Examples include clearing a raid in your favorite game, beating a game on the hardest difficulty, or trying to rank up on the competitive ladders. Let us know, and you just might be next week's Post of the Week winner on Origin PC Live.
Origin PC Live. Friends, that is it. Is it? Yes, that is it for the show. Before we leave, I want to make the announcements again. Let me close my laptop. Next week is a content-filled week. It's going to be absolutely bonkers. Again, starting on Tuesday, our first ever RTX 2080 Ti live build for our man Ohmwrecker. I'm sure you've seen Ohmwrecker's videos. He's an awesome YouTuber. You should check him out. If not, that's going to be on Tuesday at 4 p.m., followed by our first ever Origin PC Neuron live build featuring an RTX 2080 Ti and an Intel i9 9900K. For PewDiePie, it's our brand new Neuron. We get to show it off. We get to build Felix, this awesome, awesome system. And the best part about that is that when he gets that system, we're going to give one away exactly like it. And it's going to be a worldwide giveaway for anyone to participate in. Then on Thursday, we've teamed up with StackUp.org. For the month of November, we're going to be raising money for our vets and StackUp.org. They're going to be joining us in the studio. We're going to be building a PC that we're actually going to give away to one of the veterans that they work with. It's going to be really exciting. Tune in. If you want to join in and do something for a good cause, please participate. Please hang out with us. You know the live builds are always a blast. The GOAT's going to make an appearance. Yeah. Maybe Sydney will pop in. Oh. It's going to be a ton of fun.
First time I'm hearing about this, but okay.
Well, I just threw it in right now because you're standing there. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for tuning in. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. Sydney, any parting words?
Thank you guys for joining us as always, and we hope we hope you guys have a great weekend. Hope you enjoyed the show, and tune in next week. Definitely, we're having a lot of content, so we'll see you guys real soon.
We love you. Bye.